we?
In hospital.
Where are we?
In hospital.
Well, medical centre.
Well, medical centre, yeah.
In Carcross. Got a lift down by some friends of the accommodation owner. I just messaged her and said, what can we do? We need to get to Whitehorse.
So she sent her friends out from Carcross to pick us up.
Straight away. Before she even said to us, my friend's on her way.
Yeah.
So kind. Heike and Chris.
Yeah.
So they picked us up. Brought us to Carcross Medical Centre. We've been seen by the nurse. Not a delayed DVT.
Not a delayed DVT. Probably more likely to be a trapped nerve.
A trapped
Not
nerve.
too many more nights like last night. Or the night before. Or the night before that.
Smile. Not had a good few days, but it's part of the journey.
Skagway was beautiful and we didn't take any photos. I just couldn't stop.
No. Doesn't matter, we got some video.
Yeah.
Yes, yesterday wasn't a good day, was it?
No, it was a good day too.
Well, it was kind of good, but also very bad.
Yeah, it was good to find out what was going on.
Yeah.
The results were bad though.
Yes, so at least we know what it is.
Yeah, and how to manage it.
Yeah.
Anyway, the long and short of it is I have compression between some lumbar bits in my spine. That's
Two lower discs.
Two lower discs that's providing pressure on nerves, which was causing me to get what I thought were cramps, things in the legs, but actually they spread lower down in the legs. So
You've got slightly, they're not slipped as such, but they are bulging, and the fall has caused it to bulge and basically press on your nerves. So you're a bit dopey today because he's got really strong painkillers. He's got one of them is 4 times stronger than morphine. You've got to take that 3 times
great.
a day.
I'm off with the fairies.
He is. He's just talking nonsense most of the time.
Well, I'm not though. I've been perfectly fine.
Look at you.
What about me? I'm perfectly fine.
Yeah. They've sapped your expression.
They've sapped my expression.
Yeah, you just sat there like this the whole time.
No, I wasn't. I was concentrating on Facebook.
You weren't getting that right.
I was.
Yeah, I was just to change a picture and you changed it to the same picture that was already there. So it wasn't.
Yeah, okay. It was close.
Anyway, we're here for a couple more days and then we're going to move to some other accommodation near a town.
Actually in Whitehorse, so we can do some shopping. So nearer
near
the shops.
facilities. Yeah.
Out here, it's beautiful out here. This hot tub is awesome. It's absolutely wonderful.
That's the view. There's a lake just down there. We can't see the lake from here, but
the problem is it's 10 miles down the
that's
road.
our cabin. There's the smoke coming out the woodman. That's our cabin, and it is beautiful.
Yeah.
We could stay here the whole of next week. It'd be great, but
there's no shops.
There's no shops, and the nearest decent shop is an hour away. So it's a 2-hour trip to get some groceries. So yeah, it's much easier to just go near a town. We're not quite in Whitehorse, we're just outside, sort of 9 k's outside, but there is a shop there where we're staying, and 9 k's isn't far if I need to just ride in on the bike for something. Well, we can just get a taxi and it's only $8-10, so it's not the end of the world.
Nope.
It just gives us more options of things to do as you get a bit better. You go for little walks and things, and it's not so.
Gives me a chance to rest up and take tablets.
You go for a walk here and you're straight up a hill like that, so not really helpful to you getting better.
No.
So yeah, we're there for the whole of next week, and fingers crossed that your pain is relieved enough that you can stop the strong narcotics.
Yeah, but they're the good ones.
But you're not riding your bike while you're taking them.
I'll be fine.
You're not. It's not. So, yeah, hopefully, when we leave here in a couple of days, I'll ride the owners have very kindly actually said, because they go into town every day because they work in the community centre, they run that. So we think what we're going to do is Carl will get a lift with them and I'll ride a bike. And at the end of the day, when they come back, they can bring me with them and I can ride the other bike.
Yep.
So that means both bikes will then be with us.
Yeah, which is better than paying a taxi. So what have we found you today?
Because we're waiting at the community centre with Andrea. She followed us off on Instagram. She said, I found your piano. I said, do you know that? She said, because I found your video on Instagram.
We're moving the old piano out.
And it's better than paying a taxi to do that.
We negotiated a fee yesterday of 150 Canadian dollars.
Yeah, we started at 200. Wow. I said, look, I've had a really bad day and you're not doing that. So he said, well, I could do it for 180. I said, you could do it for 150? Oh, all right then. I did say to him, a local said it might cost about 100 because they had. But he wasn't going to go to that, so I thought 150. So I did get him down by $50.
Well
that's about £25-30. So yeah, it's still costs £86.
I was too spaced out in pain.
You sat there with your friend in the disabled carts outside the exit to the supermarket. I came back and he was with some random.
I sat in the disabled cart.
He kept winking at me.
Yeah, I sat in the disabled cart because I needed somewhere to sit. There weren't any chairs. And I couldn't walk around the shop.
I wish I got a picture of you saying that.
So all in all, yesterday was an interesting day. The CT scan was extremely painful.
Yeah, bless you.
Because also I had to get my back into a certain position.
I couldn't hear you screaming. You said you were screaming.
I was screaming. That was a chipmunk.
Yeah, there were lots of tears from both of us yesterday. Because we just want to get on with this trip. We want to get down to the Rockies before the snow comes in. But we have spoken to a very knowledgeable Alaskan who assures us that we probably are okay for about 6 weeks.
But this summer is a very strange summer.
It is.
I mean, we're sitting here, beginning of September, end of August, beginning of September, and it's in the mid-20s today.
It's bonk. I was saying balmy, but you might think I mean balmy. It's not balmy at all. It's red hot. We sat on our little veranda earlier, and we had to go in. It was too hot.
It's too hot in the sunshine.
It's just too hot.
Anyway, I'm going back to just now in the hot tub. Thank you very much.
All spaced out and dreamy.
I'm not spaced out. Well, that's just I look dreamy, don't I?
You're all spaced out and dreamy.
I'm not spaced out and dreamy.
Can't see your eyes on this.
No, I know, that's a good thing.
You're all spaced out. He's all spaced out and dreamy, trust me. So we've got to hole up here for a week. And look at this. It's absolutely gorgeous. Really lovely. Look at that for a bedroom. Absolutely stonking. Loads and loads of room. Loads of room. Oh, excuse me, my long johns. I've had a bit of a day. I've had to ride all the way to Carcross and back twice to get the bikes. That's a fantastic wardrobe. Pity we haven't brought any clothes with us. Goodness, one of those each. We've got like 2 t-shirts and a pair of trousers. Never mind. And then, what have we got in here? Oh, that's a nice bathroom, toilet. That's gorgeous. What's in here then? I like to open things. Gosh, loads and loads of drawers, but all hairdryer. There's drawer space. No bath, but look at the size of that shower. That's pretty splendidly, isn't it? Oh, and a little seat, look. There you go for the invalid. That's just what you need. That's just what you need. Little seat, so you can sit down and shower like an old person. I've done that, been there, got that t-shirt, don't you worry.
Right, that next room.
What's this room then? Oh my god, I'm in heaven. Look, a laundry. This is amazing. Is that a and laundry stuff. Oh my goodness. Oh right, that's my first job tomorrow. Get the old clothes, bedding. I'm not going to be ironing it. I don't know why we've got an ironing board. stretching the imagination slightly. I thought it was
my smalls iron.
would you? I thought it was a shared laundry. That's brilliant. So I get that done tomorrow. And look at this for a kitchen. It's a bit of a mess. I meant to film beforehand, but as I said, I've had to go back to Carcross to get the second bike. And it's now 8 o'clock at night, so it's been a bit of a long day. But anyway, look at that for a kitchen. Big fridge. It all looks pretty new. We've got a dishwasher. Might make use of that. Doubt it, right. 5-ring cooker. Carl's making me a cup of tea, bless him. How are you feeling today, Chuck?
Sore.
You are better.
I am better.
You actually missed a set of your meds now, so you're going to stagger on till...
I'm starting to feel it,
yeah,
but I'm going to stagger on till
bed, and then you can have them at bedtime.
You've got to look out here.
Oh, we've got a shared garden.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
And we can go out there and use as much as we like.
Oh, look at this. So I think there's 3 units.
Yeah.
One person lives in theirs permanently, and then there's another 2 holiday units. And look at this. This is gorgeous. 2 little chairs over there in that corner, and then there's 2 chairs there, and there's 3 chairs on the decking, so you can all kind of get away from each other if you want to, or you could all have a chit chat. Oh, and a butterfly. That's my favourite. So that's very pleasing. What have you done now?
Nothing. Just stepped in the room.
You just be careful. This is amazing. This is so nice. And then we've got a dining table. We've got a lovely sofa, L-shaped sofa. Telly, big fireplace. We won't need the fireplace, it's still quite warm. Desk. Hello. Bye-bye to all the fans.
Bye.
What's that? Is that a light? Is that a light? Oh, sorry, I've just got to test this. This looks amazing.
I can't find a switch for it, Is it on the end?
Oh, it's got to be a light. Where's the switch?
No, it's none of those ones.
Right, well, if we find the light switch, peeps, we'll let you know. So, after 2 rides from Carcross, I'm a local on that road now, I know it so well. Still no bears. We shall see you soon. Bye! We said when we found the light switch to these groovy lights under here that we would tell you, and we found it. Right, do go for it. Look at that, and it's got under cupboard. It's lovely. So when it gets dark, that's a much nicer light. We had a lovely stay at Pine Street, didn't we? We really did land on our feet with that accommodation. It looked nice when we booked it, but we just didn't realise how nice it was. Lovely garden, lovely weather. You got out in the garden every day. I did as well. We got work done, blogs, caught up with a couple of blogs and a couple of videos.
I needed it. Good bit of space, good use of the garden.
Yeah, without that garden it would have been fine, but it would have been totally different. After a couple of days you started having a little walk around the block. We went for a little walk around the block, didn't we? Just not far.
Which was interesting.
About 10 minutes, but...
Which was interesting. My left leg kept wanting to give way.
Yeah, a bit waxy your left leg, wasn't it? It's a bit odd that. I'm not quite sure what's going on there. But anyway, you got better at the walks though. There was marked improvement. Each day you could see there was marked improvement, and then you tried the other direction, went up a small hill. So that was good. And towards the end of the week, we decided to have a little test ride with no luggage.
Yes, we'd always set it to say this day we're going for a ride without the luggage to see how I cope with riding.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, our accommodation was coming to an end. We had to move on anyway.
We had to move on Monday.
So we had to start making decisions.
So we decided Thursday was a good point. We still gave us 3 days to sort something out if we needed to. So we decided to go to Miles Canyon. We'd seen the signs for it on the way to Carcross before, and had ridden past. So we thought, right, it's only literally, 15 minutes up the road, if that. I went round there. You didn't make it down to the canyon, unfortunately, because there were steep steps down from the road. So I popped down, had a quick walk round and took some photos. And it was lovely. It really was nice. But we rode further up to a viewpoint, and you did get to...
I got to see some of it.
Yeah.
What we did find was that actually the best place for me was sat on the bike. The hardest bit was getting on and off the bike and doing any kind of walking. But actually sitting on the bike was absolutely fine. Yeah,
riding wasn't... I mean, you wouldn't be able to sit there for hours, but riding wasn't a major issue. It was, like you say, getting on and off to get your little step ladder, don't we?
We looked for a step ladder.
We did look for a step ladder.
Here's
the photo.
A little foldable step ladder. Oh dear.
Yes, anyway, we didn't buy it. Obviously, it was too big. So that was good. So we thought, okay, you can ride. And we tried to assess how far you could ride. Our next point of interest where we wanted to get to was Liard Hot Springs.
Yes.
day's ride for any normal person.
But through talking with various people, they had said that there was a campground that also had some glamping pods, if you like, just outside of Whitehorse, heading south, that we could drop into if we found that the riding wasn't great enough, and that could be our next accommodation.
And it was a run by a biker, four bikers. It was all,
Yeah, so they would have looked after us.
They would have looked after us. So the riding went well. So we decided to treat ourselves to the Eclipse Hot Springs. Very commercialised. $40 to get in.
$60 to get a taxi there.
Yeah, so it proved quite to get there. So it proved quite an expensive day, but we made the most of it. We were in there stayed there about 4 hours, and we had saunas and relaxation rooms, hot pools. We had lunch. It was a nice day. It was a nice day because we hadn't done anything all week.
Nice, relaxing, and it was actually very good for my back.
Yes, the heat was lovely for it because we didn't have a bath. That's the only thing, we didn't have a bath in the bungalow, but the heat really did you good. So we came out and thought, another $60 for a taxi. This is going to be ridiculous. And we're very British. We don't ask for help.
So I suggested to you, I said, should we be cheeky and ask for a ride?
You had your big girl pants on, didn't you?
Yeah. So I asked the very first lady that came out, and she said, yeah, no problem at all. I've just got to go and collect some people. I'll be back in about 45 minutes. I said, that'd be fantastic. I said, however, if we're not here, it's because I've been successful in getting another ride. She said, yeah, that's fine. So then we sat there waiting.
Only a few minutes, another lady came out.
Few minutes.
And
I said, it's your turn.
I said, I can't do it. You go first and I'll come up and speak as soon as you've spoken. I'll join in. I'm useless.
I said, it's your turn. Go on, and you wouldn't do it. So I went up and I said, excuse me, look, please say no if it's not appropriate and everything else. But we just wonder if we can get a ride back into Whitehorse. Yeah, sure, no problem, she says. No problem at all. Literally, we were putting our shoes on.
Introducing ourselves.
And she suddenly said, you're Carl and Izzy. We said, you're Caroline. And it turns out that Caroline was a friend of a friend of a group of bikers.
It's a friend of a friend of a friend of a friend, I think.
Basically. It all started back from the UK of Sam knowing people. That Caroline became our local contact, and we'd just spoken to her on WhatsApp, but no more than that. And if we needed anything while we're in Whitehorse, we could drop her a line. And it turns out that she was the person who gave us a ride back to Whitehorse. I mean, surreal.
It was absolutely bonkers. It was so nice. And she gave us a ride back, and we just chitty-chatted all the way back, didn't we?
Yep.
And we said, please come for a cup of tea. She couldn't then.
She couldn't stop.
But we said, well, look, we're here tomorrow, Sunday. Pop in if you can. And she did. Early Sunday evening, she popped back and had a cup of tea. It was about an hour and a half, I think, and it was absolutely lovely. And that's the power of the biking and the overland community, isn't it? It's been so humbling.
It is. The help
that's happened behind the scenes.
All I did was put out a message on Facebook, wasn't it?
Like, woe is me.
I'm not sure what the options are, and help, we could be stuck here because of the snow. And unbeknown to us, everyone started talking in the background, trying to work out the options. And
thank you to, you know who you are. Yes. Thank you to everybody that got involved in that.
Yeah, we even had options of, locking the bikes up in Whitehorse, flying out to Mexico for the summer for proper recovery.
Friends had a contact down there.
There were all kinds of things, but we realised that actually a lot of those helps and contacts would be even easier to tap into the further south we got. So if I could ride, which we proved with Miles Canyon, then we need to start heading south.
Yeah. We're setting off for Liard Hot Springs. A normal trip, you do it in a day, wouldn't you? Probably a long day. We've split it into 3 days, so 2 night stops on the way there, in accommodation in motels, so that you've got a bed. So if it doesn't work, we are in accommodation and we're not stuck in a tent somewhere.
Yep.
We have to camp at Liard.
Yes, we booked that in advance on the basis that we'd try it in a tent. And actually, if we found it didn't work, then we'd have to look at other options.
Yeah. But the first couple of nights, we would know how you were getting on with the riding, and if it all goes pear-shaped, we're in accommodation, we're safe, kind of thing.
And I was looking forward to the hot springs.
Looking forward to the hot springs. So, yes, off we go. Let's see how we get on. I can't twirl away because the table's too close. Twirling away.
Don't you give yourself neck ache?
Yeah. Just put my back out. No, I haven't really. Okay, I've just been out hunter-gathering to the local shop. And look what's on the mountain tops. We had a lot of rain last night. But up there, it's the first snowfall. The air has definitely changed. It's a lot cooler. So, best we move tomorrow.